Anatomy and Physiology 1 was a class that I had to retake, and I had a few tests that I did not pass in that class, and I was very frustrated.
So the first time I got a test back that I was not happy with the grade was in my second semester of the LPN program. And it was a shock, and I was very upset and very unhappy about that.
And that is actually how I discovered the peer tutoring center. And I would take those tests back to peer tutoring, and we would look at what I got wrong and go over those questions again and again so that I would master the questions that I got wrong. And that was actually a way that I learned how to study.
Really, the changes that I made were more myself in terms of how much I needed to study, and that to be able to retain the information, I needed to study more often. I needed to take a look at the work almost daily so that it would kind of sink in.
Be aware of what your learning style is, so that way you can find resources that would be better suited for you to learn the material. Because not everyone can sit down and read a book and just grasp the material in that way, or just sit down and listen to an instructor talk about the material.
So when you're failing something, don't look at it as necessarily a bad thing, just look at it as a learning opportunity. And then I got an A in A&P 1 the next time.
So I didn't do as well in my ultimate grade that semester as I had been doing, but in the end I was happy and everything worked out.
Just to know that everyone else is going through the same thing, and that it's okay to be afraid and to doubt yourself, but that there's the resources to get where you want to get.
I found it helpful to use videos, auditory resources. So I knew that I'm a visual audio learner. Some people are more kinetic, so having that awareness and knowing what environment best suits your learning style, knowing whether you need music in the background or working with somebody else to talk it out. Or for me, I found it very helpful to be in absolute quiet, no TV, no distractions, because I'd end up watching TV more than actually studying.
My oldest daughter at the time was 1 when I started back at school. And I was working, and I was 25 at the time. And I was working at home as a medical transcriptionist. The support that I received of the people in school, my advisors and my teachers and the wellness center, they actually became a family to me. And I have to say that my success and my getting into the nursing program wouldn't have happened without the people at the school, even the president, all of these people who just get to know you and give you little bits of encouragement.